go. All right, Grand Finals, Road to CEO 2019. In winner's side, player 2 is Zach777, coming from losers, Goblinoid, player 1. These guys did play in winners finals. Zach won that set 3-1. I'm Pokehero.
And I'm AMB Bakery, fellow Texas boy, hashtag Texas boys, commentating.
But
yeah, let's see. So these opposite signs are getting right into it.
Basic Z.
Just shooting those bombs at each other. We're trying to get that momentum a little bit. Pops them in the air with Wyvern. Goblin has health advantage. Just has these defensive spiders. He's just yeah, doesn't really want to let it get in. He gets that punish.
Little early on the chart there. Pulled the trigger a little bit too soon. He didn't let Zach fall to the ground there. Zach still running the Star Shot. For those uninitiated, Star Shot, not the best in terms of overall spacing or whatever like that, but the goal of it is you want to land a hit, because if you land a Star Shot and you spam it, it does lock the opponent in place, and it combos into itself.
Yeah, and it's got really low down, so like you're taking more damage when you're down, so it's like really one of the key elements of it. And Goblinoid has these two really beefy metal grapplers, but it looks like Goblinoid has just been winning the damage trades. Just like he was in losers finals, right?
Good rush down by Zach. Only takes 31%, or 31 HP, excuse me, and rocks back down afterwards.
Gets a stun, but can't dash in afterwards. He keeps just getting hit by these spiders and stuff, or they're just these straight wyverns, I should say. Yeah, so he's trying to spam Star Shot, right? But I mean, that's one of the things about wyverns. It's so fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Goblin isn't throwing out as many pods and bombs. He just needs to stray hits. He's letting Zach kind of just get away right now.
Oh no! And the down cancels in a row.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's heartbreaking.
That's how you lose a set right there.
So do you want to explain it?
Yeah, let's explain down cancels real quick. So yeah, so in this game, when you switch your invuln, right? You can switch on down. That is called a tag rebirth, or tag birth for short. But there's a slight 1 or 2 frames as you're getting up, as you're switching, that your Robo that you're at is vulnerable again. This can only happen if you're able to change, right? So if you have the ability to change to your Robo, if you're not locked out, so you'll get canceled out of your change animation, and you'll stay on the same Robo. Your down meter will fill all the way back up, and so you'll essentially be revived with full health, but you don't have any invuln.
Yeah.
So for the most part, it works out against your favor. You're just probably gonna get comboed again, especially if it's a spammy gun or I say spammy, like a rapid fire gun like Needle, Star Shot, Splash. But anything with multiple projectiles, really anything can cause it, as if you press switch at the wrong time, because your invuln will not kick in.
And it might sound like a good thing to get all your down back, all your down meter back, but the problem arises in the fact that, like AMB said, you're susceptible to comboing again, and you're trying to press tag to get out of it. So if you get down canceled, you're not expecting it. So you kind of have a moment of shock in you before you really realize what happened. So usually you're kind of stuck for a little bit, and the opponent gets just a lot of time to kind of mess with you however they wish.
And so what we saw there was a combination of that happening multiple times in a row. The matchup of Star Shot versus Bear, and just the long amount of time it takes to down. He just ate Star Shot after Star Shot.
Yeah. And like we were saying, it is a lock, and there was not much Goblin could do there. So despite Goblin having a crazy lead, he couldn't do anything about it at that point. So it's an unfortunate way to see him lose such a commanding game he had. But again, he probably should have been shooting more pods and bombs, since he was running Spider.
And he had the opportunity. He did have the opportunity beforehand to switch. He could have switched while he wasn't downed. But he just he also probably wasn't expecting to get, comboed to death.
Most likely. Getting into this match, however, we're on L form. Normal stage, pretty open though in a lot of its respects. The walls are pretty free flowing. The little middle area.
Best song in the game, by the way.
Sure. Yeah, it's. But it looks like they're mostly sticking to the same game plan right now.
Yeah, they're sticking like a lot farther away. Zach gets like a good punish. He's running Umbrella this time with his javelin shotgun build.
It's not a bad pod. Not a bad pod. It throws out right in front of you. Kind of acts like a little barrier between you and the opponent. Obviously, you can still run into it, so it's not all pros, no cons. But it's kind of interesting to see why he went for that specifically. What Zach's running right now isn't exactly like conventional. Starshot isn't like super common to use in the first place. So he's kind of messing around right now, but he's up a game.
He shoots a Starshot into the wall for good measure, but it's just like, it's just got like these, like the Starshot Titan combination. I mean, even though he did lose a game to it versus Project, right? He's just staying like out of range of it, so he never really has to worry about that. But we have like reversal in health here, right? Like just like those really big hits from Homing Star or what give Goblinoid the edge here sometimes.
Yeah, and Homing Star goes so far. L form is again pretty open, so Homing Star does work out well, really well on this stage in particular. Homing Star, pretty high damage output for even like the smaller shots, and just overall, just very encompassing.
Oh, we see Zach get down canceled.
Oh my!
So yeah, like just a few seconds ago, in the air gets down canceled out of that needle, right? And he, I think he was using feather legs, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so he just, he's floating in the air, he dashes back in the corner, dashes back, and gets hit by needle again.
He landed a standard S-bomb as well. Standard S kind of locks the opponent where they are for just a little bit. And he tried to punish off that hit, and that's how he just ate it to the face.
Yeah, that's Zach's big game plan, is trying to like stun into that shotgun combo, right? Like that's, big damage, like pretty fast. I'm not sure if Zach is gonna change, but Goblinoid seems to want to change, even though he won.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Zach's guns he's running are not, again, conventional by any means, and it can kind of seem a little confusing at how he's winning these matchups, despite not having the best B buttons. But he's so good at using these bombs and pods.
Yeah, he's just chipping away.
The choice of Umbrella is really smart. So he's just kind of being a little innovative with what he's trying to space around with. And I mean, the set's 1-1 right now, but obviously he was still holding up his own against one of the better players out there in Goblinoid.
Yeah, he was able to get punishes where weren't, not an easy feat. I mean, it's a lot easier said than done. So 5-way.
Yeah, and Zach's still sticking with shotgun Starshot, so
I'm not so sure about 5-way. 5-way I think is a very situational gun. And I'm not sure if this is the situation for it. I don't know how much it does versus Starshot.
Yeah,
it has pretty high end lag.
Yeah, because you kind of want to keep your ground with it. You kind of just sit where you are and spam 5-way.
But I think it will work decently well versus shotgun.
I think it also works well in crevice, which is
Goblinoid just like he's playing really well, like his ground game. Just avoiding getting hit by Starshot, just like he doesn't want any of that business. Just like trying to get his stray kind of wyvern hits. But still hasn't switched off like Spider, so he doesn't have like really any other thing to pressure across the screen with. Versus
he is not throwing quite enough bombs, I think, to cover the space. He is switched now to 5-way to kind of help with that, but
well, yeah, so this is the first we see a 5-way, and I think, I mean, if I'm correct, what we're gonna see here is just 5-way is never gonna hit, and Star Shot is going to hit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm
actually,
seeing that
in the
happening.
matchup.
It's just like, yeah, and the farther you are away, and like the more, especially like this stage, like in the side of the stage that Zach's on. All right, yeah, so he's starting to approach and finally get like a little bit of like stray shots. But yeah, it's just like I really feel like this matchup, especially with both spiders on the bear robos, you know. All right, so the spiders finally work out there. He finally uses them defensively, gets that combo to the shotgun. Great. But like versus Starshot, it's just like, and the spiders, like, again, like sometimes they do things and then sometimes they just don't do anything, and then it just gets combo first troubles. Doesn't get the doesn't get down to cancel first troubles this time.
Oh, that was so close.
But I mean, this time it's not even like near as like, you know, much health though, so it wouldn't have hurt as bad, I suppose.
Yeah, hurt your morale.
So yeah, but yeah, both players on actually relatively even life, and Goblinoid's starting to get those stray hits. Ooh,
The change, the run and charge shot. Oh, he strike vanishes out of it. You know, he gets the air dash.
Yep.
So 5-way does do a pretty good job of keeping your opponent where they are, since going in between the actual guns. Oh, and the stray!
Stray Star Shot.
Oh my goodness.
It's so sad.
The chip damage. Wow, that game easily could have gone either way.
Changing 5-man. I love seeing the chat log. Changing 5-man.
Oh my goodness. That game easily could have gone either way.
Yeah, so I didn't think 5-way was gonna work out that well, but Goblinoid finally kind of saw like where he needed to go. Like even like that just kind of like a testament to like how solid Goblinoid's fundamentals are in terms of like moving and dodging and stuff. Like he pays really good attention.
I think it's still. I think what you said though is still true that 5-way does not match up great against Starshot.
And I feel the double spider, like it worked out sometimes versus shotgun, but like versus Starshot though.
I almost feel like running double spider almost feels like you just kind of have nothing better to do, as if you don't know what other better pods you could run, so you just run double spider since it's one of the best pods in the game.
It is one of the best pods in the game, but like, we see it work really well on like, say, you know, MODOK, right? Or you're even like, you know, Buzz Lightyear can move across the skies and deploy them, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, his bear is like, you know, yeah, it has ravens, but he can kind of go wherever he wants sometimes. But, you know, versus Starshot, like, he's got to be careful. Like, what if he gets, you know, land punished, right? And like suddenly just eats a bunch of damage. What if he gets land punished by a shotgun? So you saw kind of like he was just sitting in the corner, just like trying, and like there was just like a lot of chip damage he took from Starshot, and he just couldn't pressure with Wyvern alone. So like I want him to pick a pod that moves, like anything that goes across the stage. He has to apply more pressure from a distance somehow.
What would you recommend? Do you have anything you would just throw on it right now?
So for the bears, honestly, I would just do diving.
I was about to say I would agree with that.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success with it. He loves the Wyvern diving combo. It works so well. I think
I can preach about it too. Diving on Metal Grapplers, I think, is probably one of their better pods.
It's one of the better pods in the game, like just straight up, true. Right? It's a very good like just run it because it will go across the stage. All right, so Zach changes to Baker Swordstorm. He changes even though he won last game, but I think he just, I don't know, he just even wants less to do with Bear. He doesn't want any, so it's sort of the same strat as Starshot, right? But now he's even more mobile.
I'm not sure I understand Swordstorm on a stage like Practice. I mean, we'll see how it works out for him. Practice is kind of similar to L-Form. The middle of the stage is pretty open.
The thing about Swordstorm is just like if you stand still for any reason, including like, you know, if you get punished. He's doing Starshot and Swordstorm. Okay. Oh, so now we have a little bit of an interesting match because now we. No! He would have waited for the charge. That missed. That could have been so much damage. That is, oh, that might be game losing.
It's the Sword Storm
That is so sad.
might actually be working better against double questionable
And now he
charge.
gets that combo. Yes, all right, that's the Goblinoid I like
Might
to
actually
see.
be
Yeah,
working
rush.
better versus double metal grappler just because they can't move as much. But typically speaking, the strategy to beating Sword Storm is just move. It's not like a horrible gun or anything like that, but it's a fairly simple game plan to beat. And he gets caught by the star shots.
Yeah. Oh, he's so close to winning. Oh. All right, now just don't tilt.
It feels like Goblin's just taking too much unnecessary damage in a lot of places.
He does take a lot of unnecessary damage, but he does win those trade wars though. He just needs that last stray hit. This is just, oh, it's so tight. It could just go either way right here. This is
Goblin's running in.
Goblin is very trigger happy.
He wants it so bad.
Zach is playing more defensively. He might get a punish. All right, so like there's so many moments Goblinoid could like Zach. It's a testament to how good.
Oh, and he didn't follow up. He was worried about the invulnerability. He's worried about the tag invulnerability. He gets hit by this. He's just spamming in the corner. Don't shoot from there. You just gotta keep moving. No, and he doesn't dash. No.
There's just that the way the momentum changed, like just in that last bit, right? It's just like
Zach just set up shop in the corner. He just set up shop and just fired away, just mashing the B button.
Yeah, he answered right back. It's just like, you know what,
goodness.
He was playing defensively so immaculately. Like there was so many moments where if he just would have just taken like another needle, another charge, like that was it. Like you just the man. So
wow. Well,
that is well.
That's the set.
Be like
Congrats
that.
to Zach. Winning the most stacked tourney of the year so far. So
yeah.
Oh my goodness, though.
That was some pretty crazy stuff. That was just like that was some scramble, but like
that was a super close 3-1.
Yeah, he had to play defense. Yeah, Goblinoid very much could have won that game just there. Zach played like maybe again not perfectly right, but again like just really tight situations. Like one little needle, like he played probably way too close for comfort. With like 2 keep away builds no less.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end takes it, just like his the way he kept away, right? And just like Bear just air dashing, right? Like I wanted to see maybe if Bear running could just ground running might have dodged Sword Storm, but I'm not
sure with Raven. I would assume so, but I'm actually not sure off the top of my head.
But like you were saying, Sword Storm, if you move right, it's hard to hit. But like if you shoot, if you stay still for any reason, you're taking a lot of swords. Yeah, just like that's one of those things, right? It's just the combination of Star Shot and Sword Storm just on those metal grapplers just kept really wailing away at him. Just that slow chip damage just eating away. Like the Goblinoid got like really big shots and like combos off, but Zach takes it at the end of the day.
I think this set is kind of important because Zach won using 3 guns that I think people don't typically think of as any higher than maybe mid-tier: shotgun, star shot, sword storm. Try saying that 5 times fast, but it kind of shows you that the builds that you can go around the guns don't make it by itself.
Right.
He was able to do a lot with guns that people don't typically use. People always use the needles and the hornets and the homing stars and the snipers and stuff like that. It's
you get big high reward. You can hit it, it feels good, right? It's not like you can't just mash. You got to get that punish in.
So big props to Zach on that regard. Big props because that's impressive to do. To take down, again, like I said, one of the better players in the community in Goblinoid and a 3-1 with guns that people I don't think would place higher than mid tier. So
Yeah, if they were just being like honest, and like Titan and Umbrella, right? Like those are pretty not often used bombs and pods either, right? Like
yeah, for sure.
Umbrella's like weird to use, right? Just it just goes in a straight line, and there's just like three of them, and they just kind of
Do their thing.
it's very much like wave in that aspect, the wave pod,
Yeah, that's
and then,
fair.
and then Titan, right? Just like
Its whole
the
goal is just to
menace,
exist.
the silent menace, just like a little nuke, just waiting to drop,
Uh,
and yeah, just like Zach just playing defensively
it worked
and
out.
avoiding getting hit from again it could have again the Goblinoid had some really solid
I think
like movement.
I definitely think if there had been a few things differently, we could have been watching losers set of grand finals right now. We could have been watching
Indeed,
set two, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Again, great stuff to Zach. But
what a great tourney.
yeah, great stuff all around. That was some really high level play there.
I'm
Any
hoping we can
any
see.
any last thoughts? No, you were kind
Yeah,
of
I
saying
was
something.
my bad. Yeah, I was my last. Uh, any one of these guys can make it out to CEO this year. I mean, I know it's like coming up pretty soon, but if anyone can make plans,
Yeah,
like
CEO is one of the big turns of the
low
year.
these tournaments are still over Netplay, so
We are branching out a
there's
little bit, but to varying degrees of success. So
yeah, we're yeah. I would love to see Zach and Goblinoid and everybody in locals.
maybe one
This
day.
is a cool game.
Uh, all right, well, I guess that's it for us. That was Road to CEO 2019. First place Zach, second place Goblinoid, third place Project J, fourth place Lord Beerus. Good stuff to
Yeah.
everybody. All right, and I think that's it for us. So thanks, guys, for
Signing off.
watching. Take care.
Later.